This is an origami hydralisk, and you're going to learn how to make one. So, start with a square piece of origami paper, white on one side, colored on the other. And the first fold we're going to do is fold in half along the diagonal by bringing two corners together, and you line them up so that they're not mismatched like this, but they're exactly lined up. Then you can hold it there, pinch it here to sort of mark the spot, make sure that it stays matched up, and then match up the other corners. And so you have partial crease, and now you just want to fold that down all the way and then use your fingernails to make a sharp crease, sharp crisp crease along the fold that you made. So if you open that up, you'll see there's a nice crisp diagonal line across. And we're also going to do that along this diagonal by bringing these 2 points together. Matching up the corners. Matching up the other corner. And then creasing it sharply. Alright. So now we've got two creases across the diagonals. So, next thing we're going to do is start with the white side toward you as opposed to the blue side, or the whatever color you're using. And then fold the bottom corner up to meet this center point where the two diagonals meet. That's the center of the square. So first, make sure that it is right on that intersection of the creases. And then you can make the crease stronger. And then use your fingernails to make it a nice crisp line. Alright, so it should look like this. Next thing you're going to do is unfold that and then bring the top point down to meet this new intersection that you've just created. So once you got it all lined up there, start pinching it. Make sure it stays in place. And then you can go over it with your fingernails. Alright. Next thing you're going to do is fold this top edge down so that it lies along this edge. And the way you're going to do that is by folding a crease diagonally here. So this bends down, and this lies right next to the center line here. And it basically pivots around this point, so you're kind of making a line that goes this way. Crease it with fingernails, and then we're going to do that on the other side as well. So, like this. Alright. Then we open that up. So we have these new creases going along the side. Now the next thing we're going to do is a little more complicated than all the folds we've done so far. What we're going to do is basically put this here, but instead of just folding it over, we're going to put it in between this flap and this flap. So it's going to go inside like that. You could think about it like pulling out a section from here, but basically what I'd do is take this line and fold the opposite way. Like normally it wants to fold this way, but fold along the same line, just make it go the other way, like this. And then what you do is you can take one of the sides, pivot it over here, and you kind of got this pocket here. And what you do is just squash it down along the creases that you made. So you squash it down along here, bring it all the way up to the top, and then you kind of have this flap, and then you just reverse this one so that it settles in. And if you see what I've done there, it used to be like this, and I just folded it inside here. So we're going to leave it like that, and then we're going to do the other side. So fold along this crease the opposite way, bring this over, and then this is going to kind of squash down here. From this point here, it's going to squash in to sit right here. Then we're going to bring this flap over so it's symmetrical again. And you shouldn't have to crease sharply with your fingernails because there's already creases that we're just folding over again. Alright. We're going to do something similar, but we're going to fold this edge to the center line instead of this edge. So we're going to take this, put it along so that it lies vertically along this, and it's going to make a nice sharp point right here. There we go, that's a little better. So it's like this, make a new crease along here, bring it so these two lines are vertical. You can crease that sharply. Then we'll do that on the other side. Bring this line to here. Just creasing this a little sharper there. Okay. Now, before we unfold that, we're going to do the same thing with these edges, bringing them to the center line here. So, and it'll make a crease about like that. So this is kind of the pivot point here. So this edge is going to go along here. And I'll start by finding where it creases here at the bottom, making sure it's a sharp point, getting it all exact, and then I move the crease up, keep the whole thing like this, and I can go over it with my fingernails again. Right? So I just folded it in. I'm going to do the same on this one. Just going to fold along here. Make sure the point is precise. Creasing with my fingernails. Alright, so that looks pretty good.